back. I'm back, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back. My God, just gets too dark in here. But then again, the light. Look at this. So if you'd rather see my face, I can definitely do that. I'm going to try to set this up or it's not that bright. And that should help. You know, when you cook or bake, one of the first things I learned, and I mean, one of the first things I learned. Well, the first thing I learned is keeping everything in the sink and waiting for maybe like 3 to 4 days, then put them in the dishwasher. You know how hard it is to get baked cheese off of a fucking uh, pan? Let alone something when you're making lasagna, okay? And you know how that gooey it gets with the cheese, crust on the side. It just it's harder than hell to take off. You try to grab the pan with your mouth, and like a squirrel, trying to take trying to take it off with your teeth. Anyone has a crown, you're gonna lose your crown. You know that. Jeez. I think that's what Jack did with Jack and Jill. I have no idea. But did the king lose his crown? But that's one that's on his head. I think they had crowns at that time. But then again, I could be wrong. So depends, I guess, what country you're in. King loses a crown. Maybe it fell off his head or his head. Things happen. But yeah, I mean, this is clean as you go. All right. It's not just me. But anyone who cooks, just do it. So that way you don't have to worry about doing it anymore. You do it anymore, if you keep it for like 5 days or 6 days, it's gonna smell like hell. And I mean it's gonna smell like hell. Trust me on that one because all of a sudden you see something growing out of your sink that you think probably is from the movie, that has spores in it, or something coming out that's mutated. You know we did something wrong. It looks like a fucking science experiment. We don't want any of those, do we? No, we don't. Especially when they start looking like me. I don't know if I want anyone to look like me. But you know something? Hmm. Mm, no, none of my kids look like me. I think they're thankful for that. I think they had a, if they had one thing to be thankful for, actually, probably, I'm thankful for my dad. And I'm thankful I don't look like him. Look like him. I'm trying to say. I talk too fast. Sometimes. And sometimes I just, need to get something off my mind. So I thought chocolate and chocolate chip cookies. Those were good. Anyway, it goes drooling again. Do want another one, but two's enough for the day. And if you're diabetic, I have to watch what I'm eating. I do take my medicine for it, of course. Thankful for that. That's not part of my list. Uh, Thankful for learning finally after many years of leaving everything in a sink. I mean, and literally, and I'm serious about this. The person I was married to before actually was like, just throw it in the dishwasher. The dishwasher would clean it off. No, it doesn't. It's caked on. You have to wash it like 3 times before it actually comes somewhat off. Then you can scrape it off. And then if it's still moldy in that area, you're giving it life. Ugh. I think that's what we did with Trump. Anyway, what can we say? They said drain the swamp, but we didn't. We're just filling it back up. Oh well, I could deal with 4 years. You know, I don't live in a world of I don't want to live in a world of hate. I'd rather live in a world of dealing with what's dealt to you, uh, and just living day by day. The future is whatever you want it to be. It's tripping on acid. The colors, dude. The colors. You're getting high. Dude. You know what I mean. So, I mean, and a friend of mine would say that all the time. Dude, I don't know what your problem is. Dude, you really fucked up. Dude, what the hell is your deal? I mean, yeah, it's an 80s term. But then again, the class of 1980s on here, you know, and I'm also a product of the 80s. Why? Because I love the 80s. The 80s were fun. The music was fun. It's something that I was born to do. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm not ruining a turn by imitating someone, unless you was given the okay to do so. And I think you all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, wrestler, ha 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 ha. I can do a good person. Do good impersonations when I am asked to. Can I do something? Maybe I will. Depends. If it's copyright infringement, I won't do it. Why? Because I need permission. Yeah, the professional comedians can get away with it. I'm not professional. Well, trying to be at times. Sometimes I get too serious for my own self. Hey, look at me. I always used to say, "Eh, me? Uh, what did I used to say? Back in the 80s. Me? It's not easy being me. I do nothing. But now I do. I mean, in the 80s, it's true. I didn't do anything. I would just, hang out with my friends, being designated driver, and just did nothing else. Just being a people pleaser. What did I say before? No, I did that with a purpose, and I meant that purpose very much. Sometimes you can say things on purpose. Sometimes you can fart on purpose. And sometimes you can say swear like a sailor, like a motherfucker in a Congress in purpose as well. But is that for a purpose? No. People swear in Congress all the time, and all of a sudden here. We don't need that language around here. I don't give a shit what you want. I'm gonna say bullshit all the time, whether you like it. No, you're not. Yes, I am. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. Get security to get this asshole out of here. What are you talking about? And they get taken out. If you're not going to abide by the rules, you're going to be taken out. It's the truth. And a family member who's in Congress. Truth. I'm not making that up. I'm not giving his name out. I asked if I could. He's like, nope. Because it was his choice. This wouldn't be out. I don't blame him. You know, just went through a lot. He's retired now, and I don't blame him. So, but I've heard stories. Definitely heard stories, and I can tell you what, there's a lot of weird ones out there. We had one here from Colorado. There's one in Georgia. but I'm sure there's a lot of others out there besides Colorado and Georgia. I'd love to be a fly on the wall on a session in Congress, just to hear what they say. I mean, yeah, yeah, you can watch it on the news and all that, but the thing is, I mean, I'm sure there are things that are edited out. Like, can I just hear what I heard? Can I even repeat what I heard? Damn. Hey, hey, flimsy. What? You what is here? Anyway, you heard. What are you telling me? What are you telling me? I know I heard something from Congress person down there. And I know for a fact it sounded like someone else from the other room. Well, not from the other room, from across the room. I don't think so. No, no, no. Yeah, two flies talking to one another. Flimsy and Flyby. Fly guy. I think I like that. Flimsy and Fly guy. It's a concept that could happen. I just wrote it down anyway. My pen. Flimsy and Fly guy. I don't know how it'll be done, and I'm sure we can figure it out. Who's going to be Flimsy and who's going to be Fly guy? We'll figure that out. Hmm? I know we will. I know for a fact we will. Why? Because I know it can happen. So, anyway, I like to keep things short, but one thing that hasn't bothering me as much is my sleep pattern. Does anyone have a bad sleep pattern by any chance? If you do, I mean, you sometimes feel like that you're awake until like 3 o'clock in the morning. You try to get a natural sleep, but you're thinking to yourself, why do I keep on thinking about the same shit all the time? What shit are you talking about? I don't know. I'm just staring at the ceiling, wondering what's my future going to be like? How many kids can respond to me as I get older? Where the hell did I meet this person who's laying down right beside me? Was it something I drank? Or was it something that she drank? Huh? I don't know. Or it could have been something she and I both drank, I mean, but then again, I don't drink anymore. But that's what I was like before. God, waking up and wondering, looking up to your side or the other side, being what side of the bed you're on, you're thinking, who did I just impregnate? And you realize, oh, okay, we're a condom. Yeah, you were a condom, all right, Rod. You were a condom, but remember, condoms aren't always going to be faithful to you. The rumor mills. I ain't going there. You know, hey, I used to sing karaoke at Confessions of a Karaoke Singer, which I'm probably going to wind up writing in a book. So, I mean, I've thought about it many times, and I think it's gonna happen next year. But we'll see, because I do have school to worry about. It's just from being in the hospital, I just really, really, really am needing some major catch up to do. And it's already Monday, starting the new week. But at least I got some stuff done last week, which was procrastinating. Have you ever met a procrastinator that waits 3 months before doing something? You have to keep on remembering, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next week. I'll I don't know when I'm gonna do it. Really, you don't know when you're gonna do it. You're asked to do that at work, maybe like about what 3 weeks ago, and you haven't done it yet. Come on, give me a fucking break. Get it done. If you can't get it done, fuckface, you're gonna be fired, and you don't want to be fired. Not in this day and age because it's hard to find a job. Why is it hard to find a job? Because you procrastinate. Whenever you get job that you have, you lose it because of procrastination. Colorado has a no fault law. So in this state, doesn't matter what you do. They literally, I mean, literally, you can be fired, but they can make up a story say, well, he procrastinated too much. Hold on. That's the truth. Shit. Fuck. I didn't mean it that way. Ah, no. So fucked up. Something just I thought walked in. But no. So, procrastinators, beware. If you do that at work, you're going to be keeping your job long. I can tell you that much right now. Because, especially in this state, you're going to be in a state of chaos, state of misery, because you put something off. You put something off, you could get a warning. Stop putting it off. Become organized. Being organized is good. Nothing wrong with being organized. That's probably the best thing you can do for yourself. Then realize when you tell your wife that you've been given a warning because you're not meeting your goals. And she tells you, you lose your job, asshole. I'm going to leave you. Could go, but, and it goes vice versa, But the thing is, in this day and age, two people, couple, wind up working. As you get older, empty nesters, it doesn't mean you need a big house. Townhouse would be fine, you know? Celebrate the holidays in the townhouse, no problem. Heck, if you wanted to, retire, have the money saved up, get a cabin up in the mountains. That's fine. Or if you want to get a cabin on the beach, guaranteed it's not going to be there for the rest of your life, but, not a good thing. Especially if, had some sort of like, massive wave come and hit you, your little tiki cabin is now floating in the ocean. I definitely wouldn't do that. So, but, you know, procrastination is not fun. I learned the hard way. Trust me. And to tell you the truth, as soon as I learned not to procrastinate anymore, I became a way different person. I did. It's like, just get it done. Don't worry about tomorrow. When you get it done, it's done. You don't have to worry about it anymore. No mas. It's done. Wow. I feel so much better. Yeah, much better. And stress free. It's the truth. If you want less stress in life, just get things done. Don't procrastinate it. Just get it done. Get whatever it is that you need to get off your fat butt, like me. Uh, you know, yes, I'm a bit on the heavy side. You don't really see me too much, my lower side. I've had a few, couple fans, so recently said, you know, they knew it was me, but they didn't see the full me. You see, from my chest on up. Yeah, I'm heavy. You know, I know I need to lose weight. You know, much I can do right now because back operation. Been doing physical therapy, which things are getting better. I have my good moments and I have my bad moments. But one thing I won't put off, and this is the reason why I mentioned procrastination, is if it needs to be done, get it done, especially when it comes to your health. If you procrastinate your health, that's a big no no. A big no no. Because you have family that love you very much. They don't need to be around. Procrastinate it. Things that you need to do, medications, medications, taking vitamins, whatever you need to do to lead a full life, knowing that you made an impact on some people. I know I made an impact on some people. I say that because I have four kids from two divorces. I made my impact. I have four kids that are very, very professional. They're doing great. And you know something? I feel great. Why? Because they made great impressions on me, and I'm proud of all four of them. Wow. My two oldest, I talk to, not as much. I talk to my son, maybe like once a month. Talk to my daughter by leaving a message or a text. No names, but I can tell you one thing: as long I want them to be happy in whatever they do. I mean, I don't know if my second daughter will get married. I have a feeling she will, but I don't think she'll have kids. It's not her thing. And I don't blame her. You know, it's just, you know, she pretty much had it set in her mind quite some time ago that she wasn't having any kids. If she did, it would surprise the hell out of me. Actually, oh my God. I mean, I'm already a grandfather of two, which I'm, they're my grandkids. Yeah, I'm young, I know. But I can tell you one thing, just, woo, I love it. The computer was shaking. But procrastinate life. They need to do your health. Don't do that, please. For your family, because to them it looks like you're giving up. Don't give up. There's a silver lining to everything that you do. Look positive, damn it. Look what I'm doing. I'm 57 years old. I can get to a goof. You know, I need some teeth in my mouth, but let's get some lower ones so it actually can smile with all teeth in my mouth. But you know something? It needs to be done. See, and that was one thing I kind of procrastinated on. But the problem was that there was the pandemic, and then there was my back. Yeah, commission for quite some time, and I've been in this office. So will there be a possibility of getting dentures? Already, I have some upper and lower. I've been told to get implants. Hell no. Five of my friends have had implants. No names, but they said the infections they would get, afterwards for the first year, maybe about five times. The second year, maybe twice a year. The thing is that they'd always get an infection maybe twice a year afterwards because, they would cut to brush their teeth one day. Well, actually, that's not the case. I mean, usually, if you don't brush your teeth, or take care of your teeth with implant for maybe like for like 5 days, you're running the risk of, getting an infection. And for me, that was like, whoa. So they haven't really simplified this yet, have they? So I'm getting clip-ons. Yeah, still look like your teeth. I mean, they literally look like real teeth now. Not wooden, but hey, If I had a gold tooth, I would. I don't want to be held a gun held up by someone who has a gun and demands a gold tooth out of my mouth. No effing fucking no way. Why? I won't do it. Well, yeah, I have a couple friends with a gold tooth, but I mean, they were well hidden. I would have to have mine. It's up front here. No, not this dude. No way at all. Oh, God. Yeah. Sometimes the things that float around in my head just isn't, you think of it as like, this guy's got a problem. Got a problem. I don't have a problem. I said a lot of shit flows through my head. And it flows through my head. It's like, well, got a problem with it? Most people say no. You know why? Because I know you are there for others. Then you put yourself last. Oh yeah, I do that, but there are times I do put myself first, and that is my health. So, what do we learn tonight? Some probably learned nothing. Some learned something about me, about something about themselves. It's all or nothing. It's you do or, well, you know the rest. Do or you don't. Yep, do it. You're a procrastinator. You can stop being a procrastinator. Supervisor or manager can say, "Fuck you, go find another job." It's the truth. Don't do it at home. In my case, my wife, was like, she was it was opposite actually. She was the procrastinator. Started being the procrastinator until I learned from my mother that it's not good to procrastinate. Even the person I was dating after I got divorced from a second wife was not a procrastinator. Both of them instilled the will in me to be someone who I am now. I hate being like a procrastinator. I'm telling the truth. I could tell a lie, but it'd be a white lie, only because of the fact that I don't want to hurt someone's feelings. I hate hurting people's feelings. But sometimes when you're working and it's called constructive criticism, take it as a positive. Learn from it. I do. You know, any suggestions for me? If you want to tell me to fuck off, I wouldn't suggest it. I'm still going to be on here. Why? It's because it's something I love doing. It's like a venting thing, but it isn't. It's not a podcast by all means. Is a podcast, is about one subject. With me, I talk many subjects, and these subjects go bouncing in my head until they come out of my mouth. That's what I call a bubblegum program, where you never know what's going to come out until I open up my mouth. That one was lime. Oh, yeah, I'm crazy. Beginning to think a lot of people like crazy. It's these days you need to be and stay sane at the same time. Until then, you know the drill. Thank you for being with me, retro rock star. You know who I am. Be real, be nice, and have fun. Tomorrow, day 6 of giving thanks.